Blue Jackets open Metropolitan Division play tonight as they take on the Washington Capitals. The Blue Jackets come into this game after an 8-4 win over the St. Louis Blues just a couple of nights ago. That was a game that the Blue Jackets took the early lead. Then St. Louis tied it, but Nick Foligno, Jody, scores 8 seconds after that, and that really turned it back the other way. The Blue Jackets never looked back. They went on to win 8-4, and Cam Atkinson was a big star as well with 4 assists.
Yeah, that's tremendous for this team, and that timely goal by Nick Foligno. There's times of the game where they need the big save from Bobrovsky. He's delivered most of the times this year, and Nick Foligno there stepped up at the right time and got this team back with the momentum.
And even though the Blue Jackets come out of that game with an 8-4 win, they're not entirely happy with the game. All 4 goals scored by St. Louis came on their power play, and the Blue Jackets had been doing very well in the penalty kill department. Sam Gagner, who also had 2 goals in the game, says that if you're not careful, you can go from winning to losing very quickly.
A lot of times when you're in a losing streak and things aren't going your way, but you feel you're playing well, that's when it starts to break. And I think when you're winning, sometimes it can go the other way too. If you're letting your game slip, it can turn in a real hurry. So I think for us, it's just a matter of looking at the overall game, whether we win or lose, and seeing where we can get better. And that's an important step for us.
Sam Gagner, players come in here and fit in very nicely. Found chemistry with Scott Hartnell right away, and he's got Lucas Sedlak in the middle. They have done a nice job forechecking, and nice to see them get some production. But now tonight, these guys are going to play a big role in this game.
Yes, they are. And I'll tell you another guy that the Blue Jackets hope plays a big role is Alexander Wenberg. He's been doing that all season long. And John Tortorella says with a vacancy really at the number 1 center position, Wenberg has stepped up and tried to fill that gap.
That was the conversation him and I had. All right, enough's enough. This is your 3rd year. You understand the lay of the land. You're comfortable here in the city. You know people. People know you. You should just concentrate on being the best player you can be. There should be no outside influences you have to worry about. And I want him to take more responsibility. That was basically the whole conversation, and I think he has.
And they're going to need this guy tonight. This whole center ice, all the guys down the middle tonight, big test. And I love the group, Bob. They're refocused. They know it's a new test. As you mentioned earlier, first Metropolitan Division rival of the season. And they know they want to make some noise against their rivals and this division.
Well, since we haven't seen the division yet this year, let's take a look at the division standings. And you will see the Washington Capitals are up there in the upper echelon, as they usually are, no question about that. And some of the guys that are going to be important tonight, well, you know Alex Ovechkin is going to be. But 2 other guys, TJ Oshie, 6 goals coming into this game, and Marcus Johansson, who happens to be their points leader.
Well, and this team won the President's Trophy last year. The best team in the National Hockey League during the regular season. They know how to win. There's some guys on that team that are having struggles right now. But yeah, the guys you mentioned. Johansson, he's a dynamic player. He's going to be all over the ice tonight. Oshie, he's one of the players we've seen on the world stage. He can complement any player, and he's fit in very well with these Washington Capitals. Look out for him. And then, of course, Alexander Ovechkin. He's got that one-timer off the side. Watch for him tonight. They've got to keep this team, the Washington Capitals, off the power play. They can be dangerous.
Yes, they can be dangerous, and we'll find out what happens here tonight. That'll do it for the Rink Report. For Jody Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.